It is Foreman Friday, and we have Cameron here, our foreman, to answer your questions. The first question is from Savannah, and Cameron, she wants to know, what's the most common thing you have to fix in a koi pond? And maybe tell us why or what you can do to fix it.
The most common thing you have to fix in a koi pond, Savannah, is generally your waterfalls. And what part of the waterfalls? Well, it is common to have leaks in your waterfalls, and that is most of the time what we get calls for. I'm going to explain the science part of why. So, when you have your waterfalls, the whole system of a pond generally goes from somewhere in here, whether it's a skimmer box or you just have a pump in your pond. The water gets sucked through the pump, right? And then it goes through the hose and into your waterfalls box. Correct. Just like up there. See, same demonstration. So, when the water comes in to your waterfalls box, there's multiple things that can already be going wrong. Okay? We can either have a leak in the hose, right? So this thing could just be spraying all over the place. That's no good. Can't have that. Okay? Or there's multiple things that can also go wrong. Since we live in Western New York, we have this great thing called winter, and it is what causes expansion and contraction of basically your whole entire pond. So all of your rocks move, all the dirt moves, everything moves. Doesn't work. Simple as that. It causes failures. Every single thing. Great place.
Great winner.
So, what happens is when your hose comes in, your hose should not be tight. So this is generally first area. I wouldn't say the first area to check because that's usually buried. So you check the easiest things first. So we have a leak in our waterfalls. We have this great thing called gravity. Water's going to go to the place of least resistance. So you are going to go to the top. You go to the top of the waterfalls box. This is our box. Please use your imagination. Box. Then you also have your dirt berm on the back side because you don't just have your box sticking them out of the air and not looking nice, right? You want to have your box covered in dirt. This right here, then it doesn't move as much either because your box is
Coming.
For example, when you pitch your waterfall box forward, it forces the water this way due to that thing called gravity. When you tilt it backwards, water is eventually, through settling and erosion, going to keep on going down. This is going to keep on going like this, and what's going to happen? Water is going to go up the back. So, this is the first place that I check when I go to ponds. I walk up the sides of the waterfall, and if I don't see anything right away, I go right to the top. And I go, okay, box is good. Now we're going to work our way down. Unless you see things that will present issues in the back. Like I said, the ball pins. Jennifer, over. Yeah. Unless you would see something that would present a leak in the back, such as water on the ground behind the waterfalls box. So that would lead me to believe that the bulkheads could possibly be leaking. What would cause a bulkhead to leak? Years of time. Remember how I said that hose shouldn't be tight? That hose should be set into the fittings tightly. Correct. And they should be glued in. Always glue your fittings, not silicone them. Glue. Glue your PVC fittings to PVC. Glue, not silicone.
So they should use glue?
Glue.
Glue, got it.
Glue. I can show you what kind of glue. Glue your fittings. And also silicone your threads. I know, it's confusing. This is why we hire the experts. Now, this should be loose. It should not be tight. It should not be bearing down. It should go in straight. Reason is because if you have any Alright, so you don't have a leak back here. This is level, and it's also pitched forward because we are sending the water towards the pond. Now, next, back to the drawing. Now is where it gets even tricky because we took out our two simplest things. There's no leak here, there's no leak here. So we're just going to release those. Perfect. Simplify.
Yes.
Now, water is flowing over your tiers, correct? So, when you build the tiers of your waterfall, they should be built two ways. I believe that they should be built two ways. You can build your waterfall however you want. However, I'm going to tell you how it's not going to leak. So, when we build cobbles, waterfalls, we build them like this. We build them angled. So, that is what our dirt looks like when we build a cobble waterfalls. If I can find my red pen, I'll show you where the liner is. This one, we're in here. So we have, this is the shape of our dirt. The reason why is because when our cobbles come in here, our cobbles sit on top of each other, and that causes them to not roll into the water. The water comes through the middle here and over the tier. Your liner lays like this. So, in theory, water can never get up here. It can only be down here. Why?
Yep.
Gravity.
Oh, that's where I was supposed to say gravity, huh?
Gravity. Because science. So the higher your sides are, the less likely of a chance, even through settling, that water will flow over.
Okay.
Now, that is for cobbles. Your straight ponds, such as fieldstone and wallstone, then you build your walls like this. Reasoning? Because you want them to be stacked straight. So then you still have your dirt like this because you want this to be nice and flat because people like to put their plants and their hydrangeas and their sawgrasses and their ferns and all their good stuff. They don't work. All their good stuff in there. So then you build your rock wall here, right? And then it's filled with, you backfill with 2-inch river stone. Never backfill with 2-inch clean or crusher run. Why is that? Because crusher run and clean have points. River is rounded. What are we trying to not do?
Poke holes?
We're trying to not poke a hole in our $600 20 by 20 liner. Don't do it.
Got it.
You're not going to be happy. So then we have our liner that lays over the dirt, right? Extra is always better. Remember, your liner can be way out here. It's okay. We have scissors. We can trim it. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you cover it up with mulch when you're done. That's not the point though. We're not that far yet. Now, the reasoning that we have our sides like this is once again because water flows down here. Water can't get up here. So, point of this and the point of the whole waterfall leak theory is that if you have high sides and water flows down the middle of it, then you use the process of foam to make sure the water doesn't go where it's supposed to. So when you have rocks here, you foam along the edge of your liner. This for here, the water is forced to go where we force it to go, not where it wants to go. So there's a lot to it, and if anybody would like to ask further questions about this, I will answer them at our spring seminar, where I will have a demonstration of the waterfall.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay,
So
good to know.
But that is the main process of the leak. You have multiple leaks that can happen through your hose. Most common is your waterfalls, and sometimes you get them in the skimmer. And when you have a leak in your pond, that's generally humanly caused. It's not usually caused just because it happened.
Perfect.
It's caused by trees falling. That's not humanly, that's nature.
Mm-hmm.
However, when people don't buy heaters for the pond, they go out there. $600.
Yes, that's right.
So, that is the most common place for leaks. I would say is in the waterfall.
All right.
place we get called the most for.
Awesome. Thank you, Cameron.
Of course, Jennifer.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.